What's up, man? Giray Dadali here, aka Mr. Ahmed's brother, and I'm gonna answer a couple questions for you Instagram people. T Prism, aka the biggest social media skier, or so I've heard. What helped shape your mindset towards skiing and how you approach continuing to be a name in the industry? I think what helped shape our mindset was early on just having such a sick crew out there of the TC guys, obviously my brother, and just this whole community out there that were freestyling with almost nothing around. And that's what our type of skiing became. Like the TC guys setting up unique stuff and skiing in the backcountry, it's what you make it. Since we weren't really given that much, we had to go out and make all these features and make cool shit. Early on, we had like awesome people like Dave Crichton, who came down and skied at our local resort and session rails with me and my brother in the backyard. And I think that love there that like he showed us just translated decades of us skiing and still loving to do this. And that's what it's all about for us, man. It's just being out there and riding. Brady Devergilio? Brady Devergilio. Who's your favorite skier in the game right now? And who is your favorite skier growing up? Favorite skier growing up? Probably Dave Crichton. The guy was the sickest, had the nastiest flat 5 critical, going like leaps and bounds higher than anyone else in the game. And he came down and skied rails with me and my brother. So super influential. And Candy Thovex too, I remember seeing him in like 1998 Gravity Games. He did this illest cork 9. And I remember like rolling on the floor, just imagining that when I was like 8 years old. What's cool is even today watching him, he's definitely one of my favorite skiers in the game, super inspirational. You want to go out and ride as hard as him and blend all these freestyle tricks with skiing the mountain that fast and that strong and that smooth. Other skiers too, even though I grew up riding with them, like the Traveling Circus guys, Andy and Will are super inspirational. They're so talented at what they do and all this crazy rail stuff, and being a few years older than me, it's something to look up to. The Bunchy guys as well, like they're just out there having so much fun and created this sort of revolution in skiing. Like every decade there's something new. And those guys just like made skiing fun again, where you didn't have to go huge, like hucking ourselves off 100-foot jumps all the time. And Magnus is just having too much fun out there. And you just want to go out and ride like him. You just want to have fun. Hats and balls. What are your thoughts on the Freeride World Tour, and where do you see big mountain comps going in the future? Freeride World Tour is sick. Those guys get super rowdy. A lot of them really loose. I see the future being more like a split division of what is big mountain and what is freeride, because what those guys do isn't freeride. That's the incorrect term. I say it's more big mountain. They're like racers pointing it downhill, airing cliffs. What I do is freeride. Hit natural things, you're more focused on the tricks, the style, and the flow versus how fucking gnarly you can get. And so I think like Line Catcher and that like Red Bull comp before, like Cold Rush, those are gonna come back, but they're gonna drop to lower level. Like this comp in Montana did a great one called Cold Smoke. And you skied this big mountain venue up top, cliffs, pillows, land, and then you go hit like a 40-foot jump afterwards. And that's where it's all at, blending the two, and that's freeride. Backwards Toaster. What was it like growing up in New York? It was less than ideal for skiing, but I guess better than growing up in Missouri or something. You know, we had mountains that had some little parks, we had some moguls, but it eventually led to me skiing for my life and out west, so it's not that bad. And we had a sick crew, like Will Wesson and Andy, I met Eric Olson. To grow up in that environment was rad. So, you know, that's what brought us here today, and like certain guys that paved the way from New York, like Tim Russell was an early one, and maybe you know the name from old Level 1 movies, but he was kind of that first New Yorker from a mountain. He sent it out west and just told us about a place where pine trees are filled over with snow and there's chowder super deep every day. Hippie Killer 23, he's got a real savage question on the game. Do you think slopestyle and big air comps breed skiers with such machine-like greatness? It is as if they were born from vanity rather than love. What can be done to make shit rad again? Join the brotherhood, man. The brotherhood is what's gonna make shit rad again. All right? People out there riding like Lafa Channel, Steve Stab, Hate on the Game, The Bunch, all those people, there's so much greatness in skiing. It's like, competitions, that's just a choice of where sponsors want to put money. And if they want to put money into some dude with a brief glimpse of viewership on TV, or do they want to put money into people out there whose touch on, you know, skiing the resort with kids and influencing their style, inviting them into something fun is going to last for generations and generations? And for example, earlier on, like I said about the Dave Crichton thing, never forgot that moment. It's lasted with me since I was 12 years old. There's hardly anything in competition that's lasted that long. So skiing's rad. Skiing was never not rad, and it's going to keep being rad. It's however you want to look at it. Blake Harmon 1. When are you planning to become New Wave? Well, as a matter of fact, I've prepared for you in advance, knowing that this question would happen, and I've got a little New Wave for you.